Mr. Speaker, sir, in the last 6 months, the state as well as the nation as a whole has lost many great leaders. From our own state, sir, we lost a very senior, a very experienced leader in the form of late S.D. Khongwir, who was the first Deputy Chief Minister of Meghalaya. Apart from late S.D. Khongwir, we had lost a leader, late Nimon R. Sangma, former member of the Assembly from Rongjing constituency, though of course he died a long time back in 2021 during the COVID. But as I was informed that since we had not mentioned about it at that point, and hence the Assembly has brought this, and it's a great honor and for us to be able to pay our respects to late Nimon R. Sangma. Sir, we also lost from the state of Maharashtra, late Baban Rao Dhakne, who was a former union as well as a minister in the state government. The state of Karnataka lost its former speaker in the form of late D.B. Chandra Gowda. We also lost late Maheshwar Mohanty, who was also a former speaker of the Odisha Legislative Assembly. Late Ashutosh Tandon, a former minister in the Uttar Pradesh government. Late Gurmeet Singh Kunnar, a former member of the Rajasthan Legislative Assembly. Late N. Sankaraya, a former member of the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly. Late Ranjit Singh Talwandi, a former MLA of the Punjab Assembly. Late Surajit Datta, a former MLA of the Tripura Legislative Assembly. Late Narayanan Vijayaraj Alagarwani, a former member of the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly. And late Veena Verma, a former member of Parliament from Madhya Pradesh, who passed away on Veena, who passed away on 6th of February 2024. Sir, I take this moment to pay my respects to all these departed souls, especially our very own leader, late S.D. Khongwir. As I had mentioned, he was a five-time MLA, a very senior person, and a person who had played many roles in society, in different positions, in different organizations, I should say. And he also was the first Deputy Chief Minister of the state from the year 1978, March 1978 to February 1979, and then from May 1979 to 1983. So apart from being the Deputy Chief Minister, many people may not know that late S.D. Khongwir had also worked at one point in time, way back in 1958, in the Ministry of Finance in the Union Government of India, in Delhi. And in fact, from there, he came and he became the Assistant Revenue Officer in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council in 1960. And after that, with the support of his family, he joined politics and served for 5 consecutive terms in the assembly and for the state. And during that tenure, he had many posts and positions that he had held. He has contributed immensely in the different positions that he had. But apart from politics, late SD Khongwir was, of course, a person who was very much connected to the community and to the society. In fact, a lot of people may not know that he served as the headman of Maulai Nonglum for a record 55 years. That's even more than the age of most of the MLAs, or the average age of the MLAs in this particular house. And this clearly reflected his commitment to the people and more importantly, his desire to serve the society in whatever capacity that he could. And this is a true quality of a great leader. And therefore, it is a great loss to the state. I was fortunate, Mr. Speaker, sir, to meet him a few months before he passed away, and we spent a few moments together talking about his entire experience and also his relationship with my late father, late P.S. Sangma. So it was a very precious moment for me, and I really am thankful that I got those few moments with him. And a few months later, we got the sad news that he had passed away. And as I mentioned, sir, it's a great loss, but I'm sure the people of his constituency, his family members, his locality, and all the people who have got a chance or who had the chance to work with him would also remember the great contributions that he had made. And though this is a very sad moment that he had left us, but I'm sure that there will be very positive and happy memories of the different contributions that late SD Khongwir has made to his family, to his society, to his locality, and to the state as a whole. So I also would like to take this opportunity to take this moment, to also remember our other leaders. All of them have contributed in many different ways. As I was mentioning, late Nihimsan R. Sangma, who had passed away on the 15th of November 2021. And as we are aware that this was during the one of the phases of the COVID, and as the Assembly had Secretariat at that point in time had missed out, the Secretariat has included his name today, and we are all here to pay our respects to him and also express our condolences to the family. And like that, sir, the other leaders who we have lost from throughout the country, I take this moment, sir, to express our deepest condolences on behalf of the House to all the bereaved family members. And I pray to Almighty that He may give all the family members the strength to bear the loss that they have had, and also would pray to Almighty that the souls of the departed souls may rest in eternal peace, sir. With these few words, sir, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
Any members wish to speak? Rooney?
Sir, I also rise to pay my respects to these.
Anybody who wishes to speak may raise their hands later on.
Thank you, sir. I also join the leader of the House, sir, to pay my respects to some of the leaders who have served their state, the country, in their different capacities. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, in this solemn moment, I stand before you not just an opposition leader, but as a fellow custodian of this sacred institution, in paying tribute to the extraordinary lives and dedicated service of those who have left an indelible mark on the August Assembly. With a heart weighed down by loss, I extend my deepest condolences on the passing of late Shri S.D. Khongwir, Meghalaya's first Deputy Chief Minister. His substantial contributions from the statehood movement to the government formation have left a lasting impact on our state. I had the privilege of knowing and meeting him on numerous occasions, both before and after I became an MLA. His insights and guidance were invaluable, and I often sought his opinions on matters of mutual interests. As the longest-serving Rangbashnong of Maulai Nonglom, his unwavering dedication to the community until his final days stands as a testament to his exemplary leadership. Acknowledging the distinguished service and dedication to public welfare demonstrated by late S.D. Khongwir, he initiated and co-founded the ex-MLA, former MLA Forum, which aimed to address concerns and promote the well-being of all former MLAs. Speaks volumes of his concerns for his fellow colleagues. My deepest condolences go out to his family and the people of Maulai. May each of us follow in his footsteps, contributing to our community through service. And sir, with this, may his soul rest in peace and extend strength to his family members of late S.D. Khongwir. Sir, also as the leader of the House expressed that late Nihim R. Sangma had passed away in 2021. So, sir, I take this opportunity to extend my deepest condolences on the passing of late Nihimson R. Sangma, the former member representing Rongjeng constituency. He worked as a teacher and legislator and made a big impact on the community. We appreciate his contributions, and sir, may his soul rest in peace. My deepest condolences also go out to the esteemed leaders of different states of the country, late Bhavan Rao Dhakke, late D.B. Chandre Gowda, late Maheshwar Mohanty, late Ashutosh Tandon, late Gurmit Singh Kunar, late N.N. Sankharaya, late Ranjit Singh Talwandi, late Surajit Datta, late Narayanan Vijayaraj Alagar Swami, and late Veena Verma. Each in their respective capacities dedicated their lives to the public service, significantly benefiting the interests of their people and contributing to the progress of their states. Their legacies of commitment and service will be remembered with gratitude. May the example set by these respected leaders, especially our own leaders from our state, inspire us all. Their commitment to public service has left a lasting impact on the communities they served, the states, and the country. Our thoughts go out to their families and loved ones. May the departed soul find eternal rest and strength to their families. With this, sir, I conclude my remarks and resume my seat. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Mukul Sangma, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I take this privilege to join the Leader of the House and the LO in condoling the sad demise of this number of illustrious leaders who at different times and in their respective capacities have collectively contributed towards the peace, progress, and prosperity of our state and in their respective states, and for the growth and prosperity of the nation as a whole. I would like to specially remember these two illustrious leaders from our own state, whom I have known very, very closely. Our late S.D. Khongwir, one of the stalwarts in Meghalaya politics. We have lost him. I had the privilege to know him as I was pursuing my studies in Shillong as a student, and subsequently, even as I joined politics in 1993. A leader who have been deeply connected to his roots, and a leader whom I have known as friend of all and enemy of none. So that is how I have seen led by SD Khongwir, a man who had the art of governance and the skill of articulating things. It was immense pleasure for all of us. As I entered this August House in 1993, I really took pleasure in listening to them. They are the pioneers who set the trend for the very decorum, dignity, and the proceeding and deliberations of this House at the highest order. They set the trend. They showed us the way. And therefore, remembering them give me the visuals as to how skilled they were in their oration, how they were specific to the points, and how they enriched everyone who listened to them when they participated in this August House. I did learn many things from these leaders, and I feel that I still owe them to a great extent for whatever I am today. I remember him as a very active man who would still listen to the problems of all those who were part of this political system in the state. He would always be there in the premises of our assembly, along with the former MLAs. He decided to become a former MLA by choice, after having completed a glorious and illustrious innings of 25 years of service to the state and the people of the state. He decided to call it a day in as far as active politics is concerned, after 25 years of great innings. It was by choice. And I still remember him celebrating that 25th year of glorious service to the people of the state and the state as a whole, when he completed his 25 years of these great innings as one of the members of this August House, and decided to continue to serve people in different capacities and remain available for all of us at any point of time. Even as he led many of our former MLAs, we have this former MLAs association, and how he had been always available for all of us. We miss him. His contribution all through these years in different capacities to really benefit the state and the people cannot be quantified. We will miss him. We continue to miss him. I also remember that Nimon, our Sangma, highly intelligent politician. I was doing my pre-university science in St. Anthony's College that time when he was elected. And so I was enthused to really know who were those new MLAs, and he was one of them. And I looked at his academic background, not only from the perspective of the qualification that he had for himself before deciding to serve the people, but look at the gap after which he continued to pursue his master's degree, after a gap of 5 years, after completing his graduation, after a gap of 5 years. I don't know how many of us will still continue to pursue our academic career if we have such a long gap after studies. And I think we have missed the opportunity of getting a service of this highly capable man for a longer time. I wish it would have been beneficial for our people had he continued for longer period of time in his innings as a politician. But of course, our system of democracy has its own way of setting the fate for each one of us. So he served as MLA of Rongjeng constituency just once though, but then his services we remember, his contribution we remember. I remember he was serving also as the chairman of MGCC then, and he contributed immensely to the younger generation, because while he was an elected MLA, we were all students. And whenever we had an opportunity to meet him, he would at least ensure that we go back enlightened with many of his, I must say, very constructive and productive advices. May the family and all the loved ones of these two departed leaders receive all the blessings from the Almighty for all the services that they have given to the people of the state. Also, condole the sad demise of all other leaders. And I would like to conclude by observing that, yes, we are sad by the sad demise of these leaders, but as the Lord will come back, they will all rise after hearing his voice. And until then, may they all have, may the departed soul of all these leaders find an eternal peace. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Sri Jim M. Sangma, MLA, please.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. I also like to join with the leaders of the House and the leaders of the opposition and others members of this House, expressing the condolences of our leaders of our state and the nation. Like, I like to express my condolences to late S.T. Khongwir, former Deputy Chief Minister of Meghalaya, who passed away on 21st November 2023. And also, I like to express my condolences to late Nihim R. Sangma, Baban Rao Dakne, E.B. Chandra Gowda, Maheshwar Bohanti, late Asutosh Tandon, late Gurmit Singh Kunar, late N. Sankaraya, late Ranjit Singh Thalwandi, late Surajit Datta, late Narayanan Vijayaraj Alagar Wasmi, late Bina Verma. And sir, I like to express my condolences to late Nihimson R. Sangma, who passed away at 15 November 2021. He was from Rongjeng constituency. I am also getting opportunity today to give my deepest condolences to Nihimson R. Sangma, late Nihimson R. Sangma, and to his family. I did not know about him much because it was just like a dream only. When he was first elected in 1983, that time I was only 10 years old. But what I remember, he was a good person. He was very much friendly. What I remember much is we used to go to his place only for watching TV that time. There was no TV that time, only 2 TV in Rongjeng. And also he was a father-in-law of my brother, Mr. Desang M. Sangma, former MLA of Rongjeng. So, late Nihimson R. Sangma was born in 23rd December 1945 in Amguri, village of Garu Hills. He studied at Amguri LP School from 1949 to 1953 and studied middle school at Rajasimula Government Aided School from 1954 to 1956. After completion of middle school, Let Nihimson or Sangma went to Tura to study high school at multipurpose school Tura from 1957 to 1962. Passes intermediate arts, after which he then pursued BA at Cotton College in Guwahati, Assam from 1963 to 1965. In 1970 to 1972, he went to Delhi School of Economic for his postgraduate studies. Late Nihimson Arsangma was a teacher by profession and taught in Malangpona High School and Rongjeng Government Aided High School. Later, he left his teaching profession and entered into active politics. In 1983, he contested assembly election and won assembly election on an Indian National Congress ticket from Rongjeng constituency in East Garo Hills. I'd like to express my condolences to his departed soul. May God give him rest in peace to eternal peace. Thank you, Speaker sir.
Barbara Strongwell. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me the opportunity to rise and participate in this obituary reference, where it has been a tradition as a house to pay tribute to those stalwarts who have contributed to the development of the state, the society, and the nation as a whole. Yes, as a house, we fondly remember the lives of all these members who have greatly contributed, and more so at a personal level. I rise to express my deepest condolence to the passing away of one of our very own, the stalwart of the state, late S.D. Khongwir, whom I have been personally associated with him, though not in politics, but as one of the members whom I am also a part of this locality where late by S.D. Khongwir, he was the Rangba Shnong. The loss of this great personality, in fact, it is not the loss only of his family members, but it is also a loss of the community and the state as a whole. I don't have much of a personal one-on-one relationship with S.D. Khongwir, yet I fondly recollect just before the 2023 Assembly election. It was almost 8 months before the election. I had the opportunity to meet him personally, because I feel at that point of time that this great man, this great personality deserves the respect from me, who have decided at that point of time to participate in this just concluded election. And he was so kind enough to accept my request, where he invited me to his residence, where I had a one-on-one discussion with him. And it was through these 45 minutes that I had discussion with him that I learned about his personality. Late S.D. Khongwir, as I can recollect, through my interaction with him, I could see that he is a person who had within him this charisma. He had the personality. And I wouldn't delve much into what he has done or his contribution, because as our senior members, from the leader of the House to the leader of the opposition, have expressed, because they have had the opportunity to work with him when he was still a member of this House. Some of the senior members, they know him better than me. But then, what I've learned when I met late SD Khongwir is that he is a person who encourages each and every person, and especially to me on that particular day, where he gave his blessings, and I would really express my deepest condolence to his family members, and I do wish that may his soul rest in peace. Thank you, and God bless.
Any members? Since there are no more participants, I also would like to join the Chief Minister, the Leader of the Opposition, and other honorable members of this august House to express my condolences to the bereaved families of those leaders whom we have paid homage this afternoon. First of all, I pay my homage and respects to late SD Khongwir, who passed away just recently. Though I did not have the opportunity of getting acquainted with him personally, but having read his obituary, a person who has consecutively led his constituency for 5 consecutive terms and also served as headman, the Rangba Snow of Meghalaya, of his locality for a record 55 years, speaks volumes of his caliber and his stature and the leadership qualities. So I need not speak much, but I pay my respects and homage to this great soul, and I offer my condolences also to their families. Late Nimon R. Sangma, former MLA who passed away on 15th November, during the COVID pandemic time, there was no information of his passing away during that time. And so no obituary reference was paid for him in the House, in our earlier sittings. So today, his name has been listed in this list of eminent political personalities who have passed away, and pay respects and homage to his departed soul. We also convey the apologies of this House to the surviving members of his family for this late, delayed obituary reference that we are making today. I also join this House to express my condolences to all the other personalities from the other parts of the country. Late Baban Rao Dakne, former Union and State Minister of Maharashtra State. Late D.B. Chandra Gowda, Karnataka MLA, former MLA from Karnataka Assembly. Late Maheshwar Mohanty, former Speaker of Odisha Legislative Assembly. Late Ashutosh Tandon, former UP Uttar Pradesh Minister. Late Gurmeet Singh Kunar, former MLA from Rajasthan. Late N. Sankaraya, former MLA from Tamil Nadu. Late Ranjit Singh Talwandi, former MLA from Punjab. Late Surajit Datta, former MLA from Tripura Legislative Assembly. Late Narayan Vijaya Rajala Garswami, former MLA from Tamil Nadu, and late Veena Verma, former MP from Madhya Pradesh. The condolence messages shall be sent to the bereaving members of the family in a very short time. So now, as we pay respects to and homage to these departed souls, may I now request all the honorable members to rise and observe 2 minutes silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul.